goes.
I'm sweating like Jimmy Savile, Stoke Mandeville Mortuary, believe me. Now, I did have something prepared, but I realised earlier I've got my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, my mum, Jean Cooper of Bletchley, famous autographs later. So it might have to be toned down a little. I'm sure you'll all agree this is a splendid venue.
Yes!
Poshest do I've ever been to, and I'd like to thank Dusty and Anne for the splendid do today, because it's all down to them. And thanks as well to everyone else who's chipped in and done the building and flooring and laying out of plates, colouring, all that stuff, because it's been a big old job. And yes, Tom, you've done a bit as well. Later.
Not enough.
But no, splendid do. Everyone looks wonderful. Bridesmaids look magnificent. My daughter looks absolutely stunning. And Tom looks passable. Now, I'm not used to public speaking, so you'll forgive me if I refer to some notes.
You've learned some tricks, didn't you?
It's only about 10 pages. Oh, 12. Is that Ron Jeremy popped in?
I knew that joke.
I know you know that joke, thank you, Tom. Now, if you thought this speech was going to be full of innuendo, which is not an Italian suppository, or if you were expecting some offensive remarks and sordid jokes, you are in the right place. Now, I must confess, I never thought we'd come to this day, and I can still remember the shock of hearing the news of the engagement. I was lying in bed Saturday night, match of the day just finished. United had just scraped through with yet another late goal in the 110th minute. Turned to my lovely wife. She was busy next to me replacing the Velcro strips on the inside of her thighs. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, there is the... Nick, you're laughing, that's 300 quid you're owing. Don't get me wrong, because there is a bout of romance in the Cooper household occasionally. In fact, Saturday night is very much 50 Shades of Grey. I am like Christian Grey, but without the money, the good looks, the intelligence. Yes, I know, thank you, Harry, for that. And I don't have the classical piano playing skills, and I don't have a helicopter and a large cock. Sorry, cockpit for the helicopter. But back to my lovely wife, who was looking particularly lovely that night, resplendent in face pack curlers, pair of Bridget Jones knickers with shoulder straps and ankle bracelets. And I turned to her and I said, blow me. She said, I can't get my head around it. I said, yes, it is hard to take in. Such was the shock of knowing that Nikki was going to finally make it to the altar. And who was the lucky man? Or victim? None other than local legend Tom Saunders. Now, I don't use the term legend lightly, because I've heard him described as an absolute cult. And when Nikki first introduced me to Tom, I was already aware of the reputation for fighting and heavy drinking, smoking and swearing, but I thought, he'll get used to her. I wasn't really too sure about having a Man United supporter in the family, but then I found out that Dusty owned half a Newport. I thought, that'll do me. I was introduced to Dusty and his lovely sister Anne. Sorry, wife. Well, probably the same thing. And I realised Nikki would be marrying it. Laura, don't look so shocked. You wanted filth, you got it. I realised Nikki would be marrying into a large, loving, happy family. Well, it's good to see many of Tom's ancestors here today. I won't be doing any more jokes about inbreeding because it's all just malicious gossip, according to Dusty's brother, Gladys. He's sitting over, well, I say sitting over the back, it's hard to sit down, we've got 3 legs and 2 arses. Now, looking at the happy couple, I I'm sure you'll agree they're the perfect match. Nicola, like a fine, mature bottle of red wine, drunk every Friday night. And Tom, a staunch wooden goalpost, always propping up the bar. Do you like that metaphor? You don't know what a metaphor is? Never mind. Now, marriage isn't easy. But after many years, I've found out that the secret is spending plenty of time on the anal. Sorry, analysis, went on to another card, of each other's needs, carefully considering both sides of any debates, seeing things from two perspectives, weighing up the pros and cons of each other's arguments, and then finally agreeing to do what the wife wants just to keep the peace. Now, I won't deny Nikki can sometimes be a handful, but she can also be the most thoughtful of people. And I'm very confident that before long you'll see her fannying about, taking care of her friends and family, because for all her faults, she is a lovely, loving daughter, granddaughter, sister and friend. And Tom's not bad either, if you ignore the fact he's a United supporter. So Thomas, I would like to welcome you to the Cooper family with 3 little words. God help you. Now finally, you'll be pleased to know, I'm not an expert on marriage, no man can possibly be. But I'd like to offer Tom one final piece of advice, formulated after many years of wedded bliss. That's an oxymoron, along with military intelligence, management decision, project planning, all those things that you don't know because you're not laughing. But never mind. If your wife snuggles up to you with a look of sadness in her eye and says, "I need a cuddle," make sure you give her one. Thank you. Good night. My name's Ben Alton.